Every time we pay taxes, we are told it goes toward development, welfare, and growth. But have you ever stopped to ask where exactly does that money go and how does it change over time? Hi, this is Team TensorTerps, and in this video, we will walk you through a Tableau project where we analyze how the federal government allocates our tax dollars across states and agencies using real data and visual insights from the data source USspending.gov. These dashboards focus on federal spending trends over multiple years. We have broken the analysis into two main views. One that looks at how money is distributed across US states, and another that shows which agencies receive the most federal funding. Each view is supported by clear KPIs and trend visualizations to make the insights easy to interpret. Let's start with the state level analysis. This chart shows federal spending across all US states, but to keep things readable, we have highlighted the top 7 spending states for each year. At the top, you will see 4 key performance indicators that summarize the story for any selected year. Number 1, total annual amount spent by the federal government. 2, the highest spending state. 3, the state with the highest year over year growth, showing where funding is accelerating. And number 4, the least growing state, which helps identify regions falling behind. Below that, the line chart shows spending trends over time for all states. This allows us to see whether increases are consistent, volatile, or driven by specific years, for example, during economic shifts or policy changes. Together, this view helps answer an important question. Is federal spending evenly growing across states, or are certain regions consistently prioritized? Looking at the state level spending, one pattern stands out very clearly. California has remained the highest spending state for the longest period of time. This could be driven by a combination of factors. California has one of the largest populations, a high concentration of federal programs, and it also contributes significantly through higher tax collections. So, naturally, a large share of federal funds flows back into the state through infrastructure, healthcare, defense, and social programs. Another key insight is that growth is not static. While California dominates in absolute spending, the fastest growing states change year over year, indicating shifting policy focus, demographic changes, or targeted federal initiatives. Now that we understand where the money is going geographically, let's look at what it's being spent on. This second chart focuses on federal spending by agencies such as healthcare, defense, education, and infrastructure. Just like before, the line chart tracks spending trends over time, helping us identify which sectors are gaining momentum and which are slowing down. The 4 KPIs apply here are total spending, the top funded sector, the fastest growing sector year over year, and the contract/award type, making it easy to compare priorities across years. One of the most intuitive visuals on this dashboard is the pie chart. It answers a very simple but powerful question. For every dollar a person pays in taxes, how is that dollar split across sectors? This helps translate large federal budgets into something more relatable, showing taxpayers exactly how their money is proportioned across different public needs. An interesting category here is other agencies. This sector includes all federal agencies outside the top 6 listed in the dashboard. What's important to note is that this category changes composition every year. Different agencies move in and out of it depending on annual budget allocations, making it a dynamic bucket rather than a fixed sector. This highlights how federal spending isn't just about the biggest departments, it constantly adjusts to emerging needs, programs, and policy decisions. When we shift focus to where the money is being spent, the health and human services sector consistently emerges as the highest funded sector. This reflects long term federal priorities around healthcare, social welfare, public health programs, and income support, especially during periods of economic or public health stress. Overall, this analysis shows that federal spending patterns are influenced by population scale, tax contribution, and evolving policy priorities, both at the state and agency level. Some states and agencies show consistent long term growth while others fluctuate. By visualizing these trends over time, the dashboard helps turn complex government budgets into clear, data driven insights about how our tax dollars are actually being used. From a technical perspective, this project demonstrates our ability to work with KPIs, dynamic filtering, trend analysis, and data storytelling in Tableau, focusing not just on visuals but on business and policy insights. If you are interested in data analytics, public policy, or how data can drive transparency, feel free to explore the dashboard further. Thanks for watching. Please comment down below, and I'd love to hear what insights stood out to you the most.